Hey everybody, it is Tuesday and it's 2 o'clock, so that means it's time for Top 5 Tuesday. I'm your host from Crate Insider, Kate Dillon, and I'm really happy to be here today on the 21st of July. I can't believe where July has taken us. It's been a while. Give me just a second so I can see where the comments, it looks like comments are gonna come in here. So anyway, we're gonna kick off today's show. I have a little public service announcement for you. And if you are considering going to the PRI trade show this year, I know everybody's travel plans are just way up in the air. I mean, none of us know what is around the next corner, but the show is in December, and me personally, I like to stay as close to the convention center as possible. So my public service announcement for today is to let you know that today, this morning, as of 10 o'clock a.m. Eastern, is when PRI hotel reservations opened up. So I already have my rooms in Indianapolis for the PRI trade show, and I think it's I think their website is like performanceracing.com, but I always just like type in PRI trade show is what I end up typing in, and so that's how I find it. But if you're thinking about it, and here's the deal, you could make a reservation today, your plans change, none of this gets finalized until I think it's like September 1st or something. Anyway, you can cancel later on, and I'm not trying to say, hey, make ridiculous hotel reservations, not what I'm saying at all, but if you think you're gonna go or you think you might go, then today is the day to make the best hotel reservations. Otherwise, they sell out really fast downtown, and then you end up out at the airport. They do have shuttles, but I know me personally, I like to be part of the action. I like to be downtown. I like to be walking distance. That way I just don't have to feel like I'm disconnected. So PRI trade show, if you're gonna make hotel reservations, today is the day to do it. Next up, I'm gonna say hi here to some folks. I see Bill's here, and Alan, and Scott, and Mike, and Lucas. Got a couple mics here actually, fantastic. And in fact, Mike Swear is here, and so I have a cool hat. I'm gonna wear it today. I don't have it adjusted to my head, but Mike sent me this cool hat. So we've got the 63 Swear right here. Loving it. Love it. So thank you for that, Mike. I just haven't had a chance to wear it yet. And I see a bunch of people know what my sign said. So the first couple of you that went ahead and put that in, I'm going to send you beef jerky. So that's Scott Compton, send me a private message, and Tony White. If you two would send me private messages, then I'm going to send you guys beef jerky. And I am flying solo today. Normally I have Alex helping out with dropping in some links and doing random number generator and stuff, but I'm just going to kind of be I don't know. We're gonna wing it. We're gonna wing it. It's been a while since I've done Top 5 Tuesday by myself, so I'm a little bit crippled, but I'm gonna do my best. Another announcement I should say is I've been working with FK Rod Ends for several years. They've been an advertiser on my website pretty much since like day one or day two, and always loved working with Maria. And a big question we've always gotten is, okay, what rod ends do I need for my chassis? And I didn't know the answer to that for a long time. And I did get that answer, and I want to let you know that, and if you're not familiar, like this is an FK rod end right here, and this is one, and see it swivels, and I'm not super adept at like how to put these in, so don't ask me those questions. But what I can tell you is we now have 3 new listings on the website, and they are complete kits for a Longhorn, a dirt late model, for a Rocket dirt late model, and for a Barry Wright. And so I'm going to drop in some of those links for you guys. So here, for instance, is let me drop in a comment here. There's the link for the Longhorn set, and here's the Rocket chassis set. I do have the links over here, and now you see what and it's even popping up with a little picture there, so you can, hang on, I didn't want to end the video here. Yeah. Interesting stuff. Apparently this is, of course, Facebook loves to change things on us over the course of time. And so that's always fun too. And for anybody who watches this later on YouTube, then the links will all be in the description, so you can catch them all there. Great, so I've got those 3 new products, and I do have some price points. So full set for the Longhorn runs $351.45. The full set of rod ends, and these are like over 20 piece sets. I think one set is 21 pieces. I don't know how many are in the other sets just off the top of my head. But the Rocket runs $407.76, and the Very Right set runs $445.72. So all of the rod ends that you would need for a complete chassis, and we just try to make it really simple. That way there's one button to push and you can pick those up. So yeah, let me know what you guys think about that idea of having like the kits of the rod ends. I'm excited to bring those on. And I'm gonna see who else is here today. I see Steve's here. And I've got a question here. Does the Daytona 1 work with diesel engines, the oil treatment? Yes, it does. So the XL1 engine treatment does work with the diesel engines as well. I see Vicky's here as well. And Bill, you guys loved my sign from last week, which was that I am out of ideas. I was out of ideas for the sign. You know, the sign is such a challenge because you can really only fit, I guess it's down here this week, but you can really only fit about 10 letters per line. So you got 3 lines with 10 letters each, and to try to say something, I mean, after a while it gets tougher and tougher and tougher to come up with a phrase that's gonna fit in that spot. All right, I see Logan's here, and Charles, and Marcus, and Jason. I mean, so many of you guys are here today. Eddie, Jeremiah, great to see you. Jeremiah, you just did another great video that I really enjoyed, putting your wrap on your race car. Really enjoyed seeing that. Let's see, and Brandon, and Tim, and Tyler, and Josh, and Emmett. And Emmett says, hey, I made it to watch your show, so thank you so much for being here. With that, let's go ahead and jump into the top 5 this week. And I will give away, I've got more beef jerky, so I'll do a couple of random number giveaways at the end of the show, and I'll just comment. I mean, I'll do a random number generator deal when the video is over, and then I'll just comment on one of your posts. So to win my giveaway, all you need to do is leave a comment. That's it. So if at the end, let's just say there's 100 comments, and I bring up random number generator and like number 46 wins, then I'll just comment on yours, and I'll ask you to send me a private message with your address, and I'll send you. So I'll do 2 more beef jerkies at the end of this video when it's all over, because I don't have help today. All right, so I do have the top 5 this week that I'm excited about, and it turns out, so my number 5 spot, I'm telling you, this is literally one of my favorite products. It's one of my favorite products personally, because as many of you know, I personally don't have a race car. So that means that there are a lot of products that, I mean, I can learn about them, and I can sell them, and I can have customers using them, but they're nothing that I personally use in my life. But there are a few, and one of these is the Burromax pit bike. So I cannot even tell you how much I love my pit bike. And it turns out, so Burromax, these pit bikes, they're tiny little bikes. They're super cute. I should see if I've got a picture really quick here. I know I look ridiculous in them, but I don't really care, because it's just, you know, if that's the one thing somebody's gonna laugh at about me, it's not gonna be the first thing, and it won't be the last. But I love my Burromax pit bike, and it turns out, so these are designed by Americans. It was 2 brothers that worked together, and one of them used to work at Harley and had this project, then decided to create a business out of it. So they are actually manufactured overseas. So there's been some trouble this year, you know, like bringing in supply, and I try to stock them when I can. And I've completely run out of the 350s, and the ones that I have left, I have just a couple of the 750s left, and I know that they're gonna go fast because I know that I'm getting just all kinds of people who have never heard of Crate Insider that are just looking up Burromax pit bikes and are buying them. So that's how Burromax pit bikes ended up on my top 5 this week, is because I had a whole lot more of these. I think I'm down to just a couple. So if you're thinking about wanting them, what I love about my pit bike is it's a lithium battery. It means I can plug it in the wall. It also means it's small, so it fits into my hatchback car. And also I don't have to worry about it tipping over and leaking oil and gas, nothing like that. It's so simple to operate. And I mean, I have so much fun on my pit bike. You guys, it's just a thing. It's hilarious. All right, let's move on. In the number 4 spot this week is from my friends over at Profab Headers and Exhaust. And that would be our Dirt Late model header set. Make sure I can see those on the camera. There we go. And these are a stainless steel set of headers. They've got the headers, the collector, the muffler, the anti-reversion muffler actually that was designed by Hendren Racing Engines and now produced by Profab. And they did a slight redesign on that, an update of the design. And that whole set runs 1848, and I have both outboard, which is gonna fit most of the chassis out there, or if you have a Rocket XR1 and you want to go inboard, you know, inside the frame rail, I've got those sets in stock as well. So I've got both sets of those in stock and they'd be ready to ship, you know, whenever you're ready. So we're good there. Oh, and I forgot to drop in a link. You know, it's like it's my first day. No, it's just I got spoiled by having help before. Vicky says, Mikey, you need that pit bike. Everybody does. Oh my gosh, Mikey, your little girl would love it. Love it. It's seriously like the most fun thing. I'm so thrilled with my purchase of my pit bike. I love it so much. I'm gonna see if I've got a picture really quick here. I was gonna show you guys and then I kind of bailed on it, but now I'm gonna look again really quick here and see if I see one because I know I've got it. Oh, for goodness sake. Okay, maybe I'm gonna bail on it again. All right. So anyway, let's move on then. All right, in the number 3 spot, I thought I had a set in the office, but our 602 matched valve springs are in the number 3 spot this week. Oh, and I forgot to say prices. The Burromax 750 pit bike, it runs $699.95 plus shipping. I told you about the Profab headers. The 602 match springs, they run $109.75. And I just have to tell you, anybody that has a 604 and you're looking for Beehive springs right now, they are back ordered from GM. So if you can find them, snatch them up and let me know where you found them, because I know I've checked at least 4 dealerships and I can't get any. So that, you know, it is what it is. There is not a darn thing I can do about it except for wait, and that's where we're at. But with the 602 matched valve springs, I did order a pile of those, got those all rated, so we've got the matched valve springs for a 602 at $109.75. Oh, and for my last 2 products, oh, and I better drop that link in there. Oh, and let me see, what's the price? I'm not sure which one you're asking about. The 602 match springs run $109.75. Profab headers run $18.48. And the Burromax pit bike, the 750, because there's a 350 and a 750, but I am sold out of the 350s. They went out the door, but the 750s run $699.95. And I've got some more bikes on order for later on. You know, maybe even start thinking, I know, I'm fully aware that it's July. But remember, if you just got here, well, not remember if you just got here, but I kicked off the show with my little PSA to say if you're gonna make hotel reservations for PRI, which is in December, by the way, today is the day that hotel reservations opened up through the PRI trade show. And it's where you're gonna get the best deals, and you can always change your reservation later on, but if you want to get the best hotels, today's the day to get those. So I guess I'm just still like in a December mode, and within December, obviously we've got Christmas, and Burromax pit bike would be a great Christmas gift for a family or for a child. You know, always depending on what you're planning on spending. And I think I gave all those prices. All right, next up in the number 2 spot this week, this is, oh, I love this product. And clearly we've been selling a bunch of them because that's why I'm talking about it. And we're gonna basically do a little unboxing video here because I didn't have this box open. But look, I have a knife, so it's good. But this is from my friends over at LSM Racing Products. If you're new to the show, I'm just gonna tell you, I love everything that LSM Racing Products creates. And they really do a whole range of valve spring tools that we sell here at Crate Insider. And well, and I like to show the box always because look at how pro that is. Here it comes in a box. It's got this foam egg carton right here. So it makes it really nice that it's protects your tool. But this is a valve spring pressure tester, and this way you can test the pressure of your valve springs on your car. And I order these specifically. Most of the valve spring pressure testers that are on the car testers, you're gonna find most of them have 600-pound gauges, which means that it goes from 0 to 600, which means that every one of those ticks is like 5 pounds. Well, we're on a crate. Just realistically, we're never gonna have 600-pound springs. So instead, I specifically order this with a 160-pound gauge. So that 160-pound gauge means that each one of these tick marks is only like 2 pounds. So that can make a big difference in really finding out exactly how much pressure your valve springs are. So this tool, it's all 6061 T6 aluminum, CNC machined. This is a tool that will last a lifetime. And if you ever did want to go to the 600-pound gauge, I have had customers that go from 600-pound and then just get the gauge from me, like the 160-pound gauge, and then you can have that done and have it can be versatile. So if you ever did decide to go, into like a super late model or a super something that has a higher horsepower engine and you needed a bigger gauge, you could always replace that piece of it, interchangeable parts. But love this tool, and it runs $239.99. I do have these in stock, ready to ship, and love this in the number 2 spot. All right, next up, and for the top spot, okay, I'm gonna see who else is here and see, I'm just gonna set this aside. There we go. Lots of things on my desk. I know I never show my desk because it's always a total mess. So let's see if I've missed any questions. If you have any questions, drop them in. And speaking of questions, if you've got to ever have any tech questions, things like, hey, I'm getting a lot of stumble on the corner, things like that. If you run into those situations and you would like a tech question answered that you're pretty sure that I probably don't know the answer to, and you're probably right. I know a lot about a lot of these products, but I don't always know those little intricacies. So I do have a show on Sundays called Unsealed with Steve Hendren from Hendren Racing Engines, and we do that show live at 4:30 p.m. on Crate Insider's Facebook page, 4:30 p.m. Eastern, and it usually goes for about an hour, sometimes an hour and a half. We normally talk about current events. Sometimes we have a theme and talk about ridiculous things. A lot of times we don't agree on things, which isn't a surprise because it's the whole man, woman, different ideas, or it's just variations on a theme, just different viewpoints on stuff, which I think people have fun with that banter, but we truly do answer some good tech questions. And I see Melanie is here. Thank you so much for being here. And let's see. And Terry likes the idea with the 160-pound gauge. And Mikey says, guess who's going to PRI? Yep, this guy. See you there. I know you've been talking about it, Mikey, and I would love to meet you. We'll definitely have to do an interview while you're there. What I'm going to recommend for a hotel, I personally, I don't know if I should say this or not, but my favorite hotel for PRI is the Hyatt Regency. It's across the street from the convention center. So it's the Hyatt Regency. There's like 14 Hyatts, but Hyatt Regency on One Capitol Boulevard, I think is what it is. That's my personal favorite. It's where I've stayed for the last 3 out of the last 4 years, because 1 year we got switched around or something, and I really like that hotel. Great place to hang out. Okay, so that brings us to our top spot, our top product of the week, and that is, I had a feeling this one was going to be popular, and I was right. So I like being right. I think we all do, but it is our Crate Insider Flat Air Filter Base, now powder coated black. So, one thing I really love about having the powder coated version of our Crate Insider Flat Air Filter Base, and we do sell it, by the way, with the ring. Both of them come with the Sure Seal ring, and there is an orientation here. There we go. Both of them come with the Sure Seal ring, and that way it's ready to go ahead and put on top of your carburetor. But one thing that surprised me, now, of course, I'm thinking when we talked about going black, because of course it's a very popular color, but I anticipated, hey, they're gonna look good, and that'll be cool. But what I didn't anticipate is how much stronger they'd be. And it really has made these a lot stronger, because I know when I first got the flat air filter bases, like one day I was packing up an order, I was doing shipping that day, because I used to do all the shipping, but I packing up this order and I've got an air filter base in my hand, and I turn around and I bump into a file cabinet and I make a dent in it. So you know, I don't think that's going to happen quite the same, quite as easily with the powder coated version of these, which has made me very happy. I mean, I just feel like we're selling you know, a fantastic product, but that's also going to last longer than what we've, you know, I mean, you can always bend out the aluminum. And if you're ever wondering about like our scratch and dent air filter bases, we don't have any scratch and dent of the black ones, but we do have the scratch and dent. It truly is because they get bumped in shipping, or they, you know, banged against each other, things like that, and nothing is completely warped and like you can't use it. We definitely wouldn't sell that. So when I say scratch and dent, I truly do mean scratch and dent. So our Crate Insider flat air filter base in black is just a $10 upcharge compared to our regular mill finish. So that runs $109.50, and I'm going to drop that link in here too. Oops. If I select the whole thing, there we go, and drop that in there. Good deal. Perfect. Excellent. So I think that is all I have for this week. I'm going to see if there's any other questions or comments. I don't see any. And just a reminder, I will be doing a random number drawing as soon as this video is over, and I'll just just reply to one of your comments that you're a winner of the beef jerky. So I want to thank each and every one of you for being here. Thank you for being part of the show, and I will look forward to seeing all of you next Tuesday at 2 o'clock for Top 5 Tuesday. In the meantime, you can catch me on Unsealed on Sunday. I'll see you soon. Have a great week.